All right. The long awaited film study for Alton Street Boxing and Fitness. Our first matchup of the film study will be Ryan and Thanos. Then we'll have Brian and Thanos. And then we'll have Pablo and Pedro. So before we get. So there's. Here's Ryan and Thanos. And one of the things that this reminds me of, I don't know if anyone here ever watched Gilligan's Island. There's this always watching these two always reminds me of when what was it, Jack and the Beanstalk or Gilligan and the Beanstalk and Gilligan and anyway, this reminds me of Thanos and Ryan. So all right, let's get into it. We've got Thanos and Ryan. Ryan here, Thanos over here. We'll make this nice and big. All right, we'll keep a little sound in the beginning. Anyway, all right, let's get cracking. Right out of the gate. I just want to rewind that. I just want to see that one more time. So not bad, Ryan. The footwork looked troublesome at the end, but yeah, if you watch your feet from the. So the two things I want everyone to watch. First thing is let's watch Ryan's feet. See how that back foot and then the feet touched. Then I want to see what Thanos does here. So Thanos right away, good punch selection. Wasn't a jab to where his head is. It was a jab sort of down. Where either way, I think taller boxers, a good lesson here is if you go straight, it's not terrible. If you punch downhill, you will either hit a chest area or gloves area if a guard is like this, or if they come down, you'll hit them in the head. So either way, that's not a bad starting point. And actually, Thanos, I think that's pretty good. I think that was pretty smart. Big right hand. Again, beautiful use of feints. So we talk about feints a lot. That I mean, if you watch those feints get a reaction. One of the reasons is because Thanos is so strong, and Ryan knows that. That's what makes the feints so effective. So in a regular sort of match, you can feint in the beginning. At some point, you're gonna need to land something that makes your opponent remember, and that's gonna make your feints more effective. So I just like the feint work. Nice feint there, nice feint there. And Ryan, nice. The execution wasn't great, but you are 100% right in your decision making, and that's really good. Your decisions are really good decisions, but it's the execution. Like that was a big swing and a miss. And here, you got to disengage a bit. A good stance switch, a little bit of around the ring. I liked all these things, but the execution with the feet coming together, the chin is coming up here a little bit. That was a very good guard moment. And I like the height change here, actually. So we've got two things to look at. We've got a nice height change where you make yourself tall, but you're still safe tall. And I like your guard position. So right here, nice and tall, and then boom, guard position's very sound. Nice movement, Ryan. And that's smart. The bobbing and weaving, that becomes very Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali movement on Ryan's part, where Ryan is in the role of Frazier, with just that constant sort of bobbing and weaving so that your opponent just can't get a bead on you, can't get a read, it can't get that solid shot off. That's a nice little kind of, let me see if I see that. And a good attempt at a 1-2 from Thanos. Thanos misses, but if you watch what he does with his lead hand, he misses, but he gets control. I love control. He throws that 1-2, misses, doesn't, and again, not that this is a bad thing. When you throw a punch, you miss, you bring your hands right back to your head. Absolutely. What I liked what Thanos did here, throws the 1-2, misses, but he's in a position where he can have control, and he leaves that lead hand on top of Ryan. It's subtle, it's quick, and it's very effective. Right there and there. And nice. Another attempt. Great feints. Good. And nice starting to move your head, Thanos. Nice active guard. Ryan, nice job occupying space. Nice slip, nice feints. And also on some of Thanos' punches too. Not only are these feints, but also, there's the weight discrepancy and the power discrepancy. So Thanos is doing an excellent job by just not laying Ryan out, which I appreciate, and I'm sure Ryan does as well. And you can see the classic foot position here. Thanos gets that outside foot position. And Ryan has a subtle, let's see, because I didn't notice that there. Good little stance switch. And so right there, Ryan, excellent job reaching out, getting that touch, but you brought the hand back low. See right here, you're about to bring it back low. He has all this room to work. Because you just brought it back. That's just too low to bring it back. Nice right hand. And nice right hand and a little movement to the right. Right hand, nice new positioning. And nice job. So what I liked here too, Ryan didn't get greedy. Thanos is not hurt. Ryan gets a couple of shots off. Rather than get greedy and start getting some more. I just want to go, guys. Sorry, folks. The only thing I don't like, you went straight back. And I like that you didn't get greedy. And there's nothing wrong, if you're trying to light someone up on the ropes, but a lot of times too, when we start lighting someone up on the ropes, sometimes it's not a good idea, especially if they're clearly not hurt or tired. And nice control there, Thanos got great head control right there. Watch his lead hand right on Ryan's head. Actually, had both. Got it into position with the rear hand, and then stuck the landing with the front. Very nice. Just great positioning. Good hand battle. And Thanos, nice job changing your height. And Ryan, see how very nice again. And Ryan, you could see here, this is where you overextend. Right there. A little bit of an overextension. Nice head movement, and again, nice, right there, right, very good head movement. We lose a little balance. I like the air control with the jabs. Little overextended, great head movement, Thanos. Great job with the head control. So Ryan, let's watch where you get off balance. So okay, let's watch that again. All right. So before we move on, forget what's happening here. So for everybody, let's look down here. Let's watch the feet. Oh, I wonder if I can. Yes. So let's watch the feet. So right there, I gotta slow it down. That's not. You know what? Positionally, this is not. I like this sentence. This is not the worst you've ever done with that. That's not terrible. I'm not sure of how great a compliment that is, but that's not terrible, Ryan. I mean, you're a little over, not terribly overextended. Normally, your head is so far over. This is not terrible. Yeah, this is not great, but all in all, this is probably one of your that's I stand corrected when I said you were totally overextended. That's not that. I'm thinking if it even is overextended. I just think this might be all right. Yeah, that's not bad. It feels funny. There's something inherently odd about it. And again, Thanos got great controls here, but if you take away, if you take away the opponent and just look technically, it's not terrible. Coming back up, great slip. What I love there is that this is what we talk about when we talk about come back up. Just good combination head movement. And even though Thanos gets some really good control here, you didn't get hit, which normally people get hit when they come up off of something like that. And I know that's not the purpose of our slowing it down here. See how you bring what I don't like, Ryan. You've got weird things with your feet. See, not terrible. I like the jab. I like that double jab. I like you're getting yourself set up. I like. You know what? I like it, and I like this. I like Thanos's thing here. I like that you keep that head moving. I think here, Rye, if you had thrown your two, again, this is a hindsight is 2020 type of thing. If you threw your two there during that slip, you might have gotten something. So we got the slip here, boom, a slip there. Now here's the thing: what I want to watch is the feet. So that was the whole main purpose. Sorry about that, folks. I just got excited about something. All right. So nice pivot. See how now this is where we get this is trouble. So this is exactly where the trouble starts. We're off, where our feet are in a bad position and we're off balance. So what led up to that moment? So here is good. We're good. I know what you're trying to do because I know this. I get it. I don't know if a step with the left foot and then another pivot out. I just think what happens here is that. And I don't know that this should be heading backwards unless you're going to go southpaw and then peel off this way, which would have been something. Again, Thanos, nice head control. Boom, good slip. Right back with a two would have been nice. And see how that just got all fucked up. Good round. All right, fellas, good round. Next up, we've got not yet, boys. Next up, we'll get this one goes a little quick. We had a little ring issue, but worth watching. All right, so we have Brian, we have Thanos. Nice shot. A good opening ante right to the belly. And Brad, what I'd like to see is a little bit more lateral head movement, which you kind of start here. You get the swagger a little bit. Wait, what happened there? Hold on. I missed something. I'm starting it over. It was a nice little slip to the right. Nice. Like, see how you get that little bit of movement there? It's good stuff. Now, Thanos, watch your feet. You're sort of just kind of leisurely walking, but not if you watch your feet right there. This is a bad position. You still want to stay in that boxer stance. Good. And I think, boys, you're both bringing the hands back a little bit low. I do like the healthy respect of each other's power. Thanos, watch your right foot on that cross. Let's watch that again. See, I don't know if this is in a great position. See how the foot sort of slides? Nice little Shakur tap, Bry. Very nice. Nice little stance switch, and then right back to orthodox. And here's with the. All right. What was that little stance switch, Brian? So right there, it was an interesting stance switch. I'm curious as to if you remember, why'd you switch back? Like you went southpaw, then you switched right back. This is good. So we talk about too, in the corner, getting some punches off. Brian's not hurt. He's in the corner. Thanos starts unloading some big, heavy shots. Doesn't get greedy and just continues to land and throw shots. Anyway, and the whole ring fell apart. All right. Bill to the rescue, this Pablo. All right. Next up, we have Pablo here and Pedro here. I think what I'll do is, actually, I'm going to stop this recording. I'm going to do these two on their own. So, for right now, that is all she wrote for our Alton Street Part 1. We'll call it Part 1 of 2. Awesome. All right. If anyone watching, if anyone is interested in having their own film study done, be it for shadow boxing, bag work, partner work, sparring, fights, send me a note. Let me know. We can get a film study for you. And again, Todd Paris, Lucky Punch Boxing. Thanks for watching.